Hey guys, it's Shorty_medium13 here. So I'm currently again in our beautiful new house that we've been in for nearly 2 months now. Or just over 2 months, somewhere around there, not quite sure. But yeah, absolutely loving Queensland life. Yeah, enjoying it up here now. So obviously it's a Sunday, and that means it's time for another weekly reading. I know I missed last week's reading. Yeah, I don't know. Some stuff came up for me last week, and last weekend, and I just was like, nah, I just need to focus on me, put some time and energy into me, which I did, and it was beautiful and it was awesome. Um, but still made the most of last week. Bought some awesome crystal bracelets. So I bought this blue one here, and I got this red one on the red one on this hand. And I'm absolutely, yeah, just loving it. Yeah, loving the vibes over here. I've got plenty of crystals in spread out around the house too. So definitely gonna need to tone down the crystals, but yeah, got them all spread out around the house. The house is, I feel like we're officially settled now. Like I feel like we've really been able to take a breath and be like, okay, this is our home now. Let's do what we need to make it feel like a home, to keep things clean and tidy and all of that. So yeah, definitely been an interesting couple of weeks. So as I said, a lot of things came up for me, a lot of different stuff was happening and going on, and I just needed to take the time for me and just be like, I just need some time to just figure some stuff out, and just, yeah. And I've definitely done that. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll probably see I've got a video going up on there talking about what it is I offer, and a little bit deeper into what's been going on. Yeah, I guess I just need some time, and I had 2 awesome days. This weekend has been absolutely awesome. Spent the day in Noosa yesterday, just soaking in all the ocean and all the goodness, and went to the Yamundi markets, which I love the Yamundi markets. If you haven't been to the Yamundi markets yet, I highly recommend going. It is something else. The markets, the Yamundi market, and then what else? And then today, yeah, spent most of the day in the water at Kings Beach here in Calandra. You'll probably see that I'm kind of looking like a little bit of a tomato. Got a little bit burnt, so that's why. So if you're watching this video wondering why I'm looking like a tomato, that would be why. um, yeah, I guess let's get into what's coming up for this week. So I yeah, pull some very interesting cards. Two cards I will say fell out of my the Healing Waters Oracle. So usually I do about 4 cards, but today I've got 5. Got an extra one from there, and I was really tapping into their energies, and then I read a little bit of what it says in the book, and then also getting my own messages about it. I was like, just felt so connected to the both of them. So I was like, might as well keep them, hey? Yeah, so I guess let's get straight into it. So we'll start with, I reckon we'll start with the Divine Animals Oracle. So you would have seen that I will use the card deck for the weekly readings and on my daily readings. I know I've been quiet on Instagram. Now you know why I've been dealing with some stuff. But yeah, I guess I'm feeling a lot better. So if you're wondering, I'm definitely doing a lot better. Well, feeling very much more aligned now. So yeah, I like that. I'm feeling a lot more aligned. So anyway, let's get into the card. So the Divine Animals Oracle. So I picked the card. It's the Deer card. So it's all about power. Love this card because I feel like it's time that we step into our power. We acknowledge who we are. We stand in the essence of what it is to be us, and really just you know stand in our power. A lot of us have been through a lot of us have experienced a lot, and that's obviously a part of our story, and it was supposed to happen. But it's time to shed that. It's time to just stand in our power and stand in who we are, because that has no bearing on who we are now. Like, that's just something that happened in our past, but who we are now is not that same person that would do that, that would be in that same position, that would allow whatever it was to happen. And I know for me personally, stepping into my power is really has really been happening a lot more lately. And I know the gym has been a big presence and a big reason for that. Like, the fact that I'm lifting heavier, that I'm doing, showing up for myself and doing what it is that I need to do for me and my own healing. And I feel like that's something that we should all be doing, whether it's going for a walk, getting out in nature, going to the beach, going for a swim, immersing in water, whatever it is that we need to do to be able to show up for ourselves, to be more aligned, to be in our power, to step into who we are and who we were born to be, and be doing what we were put on this earth to do. And I know for me, and I probably say it a lot in a lot of the weekly readings I do, this is what I feel I was born to do, and what I was here to do and provide and be able to help people. And I needed to say that because I needed that reminder after some little things this week, is just to remind myself why I'm here, what it is I'm here to do. And yeah, I guess I needed that. So I am grateful that that came up in this weekly reading. But also, it's a message for all of us out there to be able to say that we are doing what we want to do, that we are doing what it is that we are supposed to do, that makes our soul light up. That is something to be so grateful for. And if you are someone out there who can't say that yet, then I suggest looking at different ways or different areas of your life where you're not able to say that about that aspect of your life, and make the change that you need to, make the change that feels right for you, that you need to, so that you can say that you are doing what you were born to do, that you are the person that you are born to be. So definitely love the power. And I feel like with this card too, I probably should mention this, is that call on that deer energy, call on the deer when we need the power, when we need some strength, when we need some guidance to to feel powerful and strong, and to really stand up for ourselves, whatever the situation may be. Ensure that we are standing up for ourselves, that we are doing what we're supposed to do. So yeah, I definitely love that card, and I love the the power that's in that card. The way the female is standing, she looks so beautiful and so powerful and so majestic in the way she's positioned with the, I'm going to assume it's one of the planets that's on her head there, and it's clearly not weighing her down. I feel like a lot of us feel like we have the weight of the world on our shoulders, and she's able to stand there with like a planet or something on her head, and it doesn't look like it's weighing her down. Then why are we letting the world weigh us down? Why are we letting our own fears, worries, concerns, all of our stuff that we make so big in our heads weigh us down, when we can step out of that and see that it's actually not as bad as we make out? Come into our heart space, come from a heart-centered place, and see the reality of the situation, and be like, you know what? It's not that bad. It's not that big of a deal. It's okay. So yeah, I definitely love the card, definitely love the energy that it brings to the week. I love that I started off with that card, because it just feels like a powerful week. We're talking about power and being and stepping into our power. It just feels like a good way to kick off the reading, good way to kick off the week. let's feel powerful, let's feel strong, let's that was a really bad a really bad yeah, we won't do that again anyway. But yeah, just feel strong and powerful, and stand in who we are, in our true essence of ourselves. So I love that. I love that. So I reckon we'll get to the Moonology card deck. I definitely love this card deck. I'll probably say it every time. But yeah, I love the Moonology manifestation card deck, and I love that it comes with that manifestation. So yeah, the card is see the bigger picture. And I definitely love this card because it kind of goes to what I was talking about before with seeing the reality of the situation, seeing beyond our own perception and what we think is reality, what we are perceiving, to really honestly evaluate the situation for what it is. I feel like a lot of us make it bigger in our minds, make things, so dramatized, when it's like it's actually not that bad. You know what I mean? Like it's not as a big of a deal, or as big of an issue, is if we are able to come from an aligned, heart-centered place, when we really sit with it and be like, you know what, this is how I can get through it. And then it's like, oh my God, it wasn't that bad. Why was I, and I feel like having that self-awareness to be like, why was I sitting in that? Why was I making it so much bigger than what it actually is? And when we have so many attachments on that, of our own stuff, our own story of what we've been through, and seeing the situation through those lens, is really clouding our judgment, clouding our reality, our perception, and it's making us come from a triggered emotional place. And I feel like we can remove a lot of those, and heal a lot of those traumas, a lot of those emotional wounds, a lot of those things that are clouding our judgment. We're able to see the situation for what it is, and we can see the bigger picture. We can see what that situation was like. A lot of it is just a lesson to help us grow, to help us learn, to help us be able to live an authentic life, to be able to be our best selves, to be able to be who we are supposed to be, and also to be able to step into our power. So I definitely feel like these cards go hand in hand, and I love that. I love these cards. So the manifestation affirmation for this card is, I know that I am blessed and I love my life within that knowing. Like how beautiful is that? And I feel like we should be calling on that energy right there, that manifestation, for whatever the situation is arises this week. Let's embody that for this week. So yeah, definitely love those cards. So we'll get to the next card deck, which is the two cards from the Healing Waters Oracle card deck. Definitely love this card deck. I say it all the time. You guys will know by now, know me well enough by now, that I just love water, and to have a card deck dedicated to water, love it. So, and speaking of water, one of the card deck is actually making waves. One of the cards, sorry, is actually making waves. So, what a beautiful card, how she's standing there on top of a wave, like it's almost as if she's making that wave, and making that happen. I love that. And it's definitely another powerful card too, it kind of, the wave and the way she's standing there, and the way it sort of like looks like the heavens are opening up. It's like she actually is making waves, making strides. And I feel like it's definitely a card for making opportunities, making what it is you want in life. I definitely feel that for this card. And I love that it says momentum is building, it's your time, and it's talking about achievement as well. So it's our time. This is our time now to rise up, to let go of the past, let go of the struggles, let go of the worries, let go of what's weighing us down, let go of all of what no longer serves us, let go of all of that stuff that we have been carrying, all those fears and worries and concerns, and all, just let it all go. And, you know, allow the momentum to build in your life, to bring in the new, to be able to achieve what it is that you want out of life, to achieve and to be your best self, to be your full authentic self, to be who you are supposed to be. And I love that. Making waves. What a beautiful, beautiful card. With these cards, I haven't been reading it, but I am going to do it as of now. It has a little soul inquiry on this card. So, or some of them have, like I know the other card that's there has a healing waters affirmation, but this one also, actually, this one also has a healing waters affirmation too. So the affirmation for making waves is, I open my arms wide to receive the bounty of what I've created and say yes to enjoying life fully. And I love that, because I feel like this card is also about the enjoyment of life and not taking life too seriously, which leads me to my next card, which is the Water Oracle, which is another beautiful, beautiful card. And I love the way she's standing there over the water with the, kind of looks like I think that might be the power of her hand, like the energy of the energy coming out of her hand, I should say, which is beautiful, because it's talking about psychic abilities, acting on your visions is destined. So whatever it is that you're supposed to be in this life, it's destined. It's written in the stars. And I love when it talks about the psychic abilities, because it also is saying that more abilities are coming online for you, more stuff is happening for you, more, you know, more situations are happening, more abilities, more, you know, with, if depending on how spiritual you are, a lot of that is coming online. And I know for me personally, a lot more stuff has been happening and coming online for me. So I definitely feel connected to this card. And I feel like we all have visions. We all see things. And what I mean by that is, we all have a vision for our life. We all have a purpose. We all, you know, envision what we want out of life. And when it's saying here, act on visions, I feel like it's that. I feel like it's time for us to act on what it is we want out of life, what it is that we want to be in this life, and what it is we want to do. And it's so important that we take the time that we need to figure that out, because it's a lot, and it's definitely time consuming, but it's time to act on our visions, act on what we see and what we want out of life, and allow our guides. We all have spirit guides. Allow them to show us or help guide us on that path, on that journey, and even show us, like they're going to show you. They're gonna be able to do that for you. You just need to ask. So I love these cards. I definitely feel like these two definitely go hand in hand. So I'll read out the Healing Waters affirmation. So I trust my intuition and act on it with confidence, you know, and I love that it's talking about intuition as well, because I feel like that's where a lot of our guidance comes from as well. And that's something that we definitely need to trust and follow more. Our intuition, our guidance, our heart. So I'll get to the last card, which is the Akashic Records. I love the Akashic Tarot. It's the very first card deck I bought, actually, and I've been pulling it out a lot more lately. So yeah, the card is a special one. Yeah, there's a story behind this card. So I was shuffling the card deck before coming on here, and I was picking the card, and one fell out, and I sort of read the information, tapped into it a little, and I was like, it's weird. I didn't feel it for the week. Like, I'm sure there was probably some stuff that might happen to do with it anyway. But I was like, no, that's not the card for this week. That's not what I was feeling, not what I was sort of um getting for the week. So then I was like, I'll just shuffle and see what happens. And then I started thinking about this card, literally thought about this card, and I was like, wouldn't it be funny if that card fell out? Then a card fell out. I'm like, no, no way. And it actually was this card. So I'm like, that's definitely for me confirmation that this definitely was supposed to be the card. So probably left you guys in enough suspense now. So the card is Fated Meeting. It's a beautiful, beautiful card because it talks about someone coming into your life, whether it's in a relationship or a friendship. It's just talking about someone special coming into your life. And yeah, I love that it talks about that. I love so much is trying to come through for this card. There's so much I want to say about it too. So but I will just take a moment because I love the way it's like when it says fated meeting, you can really see in the card that it's like it's those two in the physical, and then I envision the two people up there, it's obviously them, but it's like their higher selves meeting at the same time. And I love that. I love how it's shown in the picture. And yeah, I just think it's beautiful. And with this card, I really wanted to take a minute to read a little bit from the book because the way it's written, and it might just help me to calm down a little bit with this card because I love it. So it says here, where with this card, you are coming to a very important relationship in your life. Either it is entirely new or an existing relationship is being lifted to a much higher experience. Karma from past lives may have brought you together, so it's important for both of you to stay alert. Keep your individual and collective growth a priority and act with defense and a difference and compassion to yourselves and each other. This card can also show a fated meeting with another about a work situation, a creative project, or an important purpose that you hold. This too is likely karmic. Perhaps it's a past life publisher, a spiritual teacher, a brother, or a sister. Whoever this is, it's a powerful and promising relationship. So get ready. It's almost time. I love that. I wanted to read that out because it kind of embodies what this card is and what it's about, that fated meeting, whether it's a relationship, definitely depending on if you're single or not, or just a special relationship, whether it's a friend, a spirit, a sister, a brother, or someone from an existing relationship that you've neglected, and it's like it's time for you guys to reconnect again and have that special connection. So yeah, I love this card, and it kind of embodies that. It's written in the stars, and it's time to allow it in and to open up your heart and just be ready and be willing to appreciate and to accept what it is that's coming into your life. And then it's going to be a lot. So then it's important to be patient and be kind to yourself and just allow it to happen in its own special way and to go through the motions and allow what this meeting may bring up for you. Just allow it and release it and just embody who you are and be proud of who you are and allow this meeting and allow whatever comes from it to just happen as it's supposed to in its own beautiful way and just be your beautiful self no matter what. So I love that card, and I love that ends the weekly reading. I think what a beautiful way to end it. I mean, couldn't have been any better. I love the cards that came out. I feel like there was definitely a bit of a theme in them, with the power, the being able to see the bigger picture. I definitely embody some of this, being in your power and then seeing the bigger picture of it, and allowing it to happen as it's supposed to. The fated meeting, the making waves, the water oracle, the psychic abilities and all of that. It all embodies each other in some way or another. So I definitely enjoyed this weekly reading. I hope you guys too. It's probably been a long one of my longer ones, but I definitely enjoyed it. I hope you guys did as well. Let me know in the comments what you think. And yeah, I will definitely see you guys next Sunday, probably to discuss if the fated meeting happened for me. I will definitely update you guys if anything happens to do with that, because I think that would be cool if, to say that it happened, or whatever it was or whatever it will be. I think that would be cool. And if anything happens for you guys, please let me know. Please let me know if some sort of fated meeting happened, in the comments below, or on the next weekly reading. So I'll see you guys then. I'll see you guys next Sunday. Thanks, guys.